What's up, guys? We just pulled up to my good friend Daryl's house here, and we are definitely kindred souls. He's got a CR500R that he's doing a frame off on, and he wants to bail on it, and he's to do some other projects. And he's got a Mugen 250. He's got a Sportsmobile 4x4 van, okay? So right at Jump Street. If you guys know me, you know I used to have one. I love the van. So come on in. We're gonna try to do a deal. He wants 20 grand for the package of bikes. We're gonna try to buy the whole lot. So come on in. He's a Honda guy too. He's got the twin Honda Elements. This one here he's had it for a while. It's got almost 300,000 miles on it. These things are absolutely bulletproof. And Carl, what's happening, brother?
Hey, how you doing? I'm happy to be here on this nice pick. I hope we can make a good deal here. If we do, you guys are going to see some incredible machinery come back to
It's a beautiful fall day, and we are going to hit. He's got twin Honda Elements here. Daily riders. These are the best things for New England. Plastic fenders. The salt won't make them rot. But look at this beast. It's a V10 Sportsmobile 4x4 van. If you know anything about these, believe it or not, this van new was well over 120 grand. Today they get about 180 for them. It's like a SWAT team mobile. They're badass. You don't see too many of these around, man. These are awesome. Look at this thing. Hey, Dom.
Hey,
what's happening, brother? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Great fall day. Doing a little leaf cleanup here today.
It's never ending.
Awesome.
Thanks
so
for coming by.
Yeah, you know, when I saw you put up the KTM 360, I was like, hold the horses, hold the horses.
Between you and Kenny, I was getting text messages. It's like Kenny was trying to line me up.
Junior was hitting you up for it too.
He's like, can you bring it by the shop?
Was he really?
Captain America's already coming by at noon. He's like,
that's my boy. But check this thing out. This is a KTM 360 SX. This is a motocross version. It's kind of like a replacement for the 500. Joe, what can you tell us about this one? Obviously, it's got an Öhlins on it, and
yeah, it comes from the factory with the 50mm Marzocchi forks, the Öhlins shock. I've added on the XL black wheels. Basically, this bike is like the weight of a 250 with the power of an open class bike, and it just shreds. It's fantastic.
It's awesome. So this is a 360 SX,
yeah.
And
97 model.
it is absolutely freaking pristine. The graphics on it, it doesn't look like it was really ridden much at all. What's the scoop? Was it in a private collection or something?
The thing with this bike is you're not going to beat on it because it'll beat you back. So it's
wow.
It demands some respect, but I put on brand new tires on the thing.
It's stunning.
Ready to go.
It's stunning. And this is the one that had me at hello. I can't wait to ride this. Stay tuned, guys. And now over here, he's got a badass Mugen 250. This one here is a brand new Mugen kit engine. Crank was done, everything on it. If you know anything about these Mugens, these are like hen's teeth. Basically, that one part right there, the cylinder itself, is worth about $2,000. We just sold a Mugen cylinder from a pick that we had done a while ago, and we got over $2 grand for the cylinder and head. So this is a really super rare piece. This is a first year liquid cool, right, Daryl?
Yeah, it's a low hour to begin with. It was a low hour, so it's the first year of ProLink rear suspension, first year of liquid cooling, and then my buddy Nate from Hubbard's Vintage Racing had the new old stock Mugen kit and installed it, and it's only got about 4 hours runtime since the installation of the kit. And
his wife Angela is known of as the Dirt Angel. She is very active in the off-road race community.
Exactly.
And they built some awesome bikes, and he built this, right?
He did, and it's been gone through. He replaced the fenders with the BMX copies, but the rest of the plastics are the originals. That's a Mugen copy of the.
Wow, my heart's starting to beat fast looking at this thing. I can't wait to try it. The Mugen stuff's on point. So
it's pretty. I can just look at it.
It's stunning, and that's got a white power shock on it, which is the cat's ass for improving the handling. I had one on my '86 CR500, and it was light years better. Very cool piece. And then over here we've got, this is another really cool piece. A little bit of story on the numbers. Your friend's number was 61, and yours is 60. You just put a piece of tape over it?
Every bike I buy seems to have a 60 on it, so I end up having to just cover over the 0 and put my number 6 on it.
This is a sweet piece. Look at how clean this thing is.
It's a 91 with the 93 graphics, because we like the 93 graphics with the little smoke on the side there and everything.
It's beautiful. And you said the suspension was just done by Factory Connection?
Was redone.
What do they charge to do the suspension? It's like $1,100, isn't it?
If you have them revalve it, and respring it, it's right around there. If you just have them rebuild it, it's cheaper, but their services are worth the money though. I mean, they're great stuff.
Now this is Kawasaki's motocross engine set up for off-road, basically, right, on the KDX?
It's a little detuned, you know, so it's got a heavier flywheel. It has, you know, it's a little easier to ride in the woods than a straight up KX.
This is something you could take to the J-Day, and if you don't podium, you screwed up, right? They're competitive.
I have a list of reasons why I don't podium.
But the bike is capable.
The bike would be it, you know?
And I see you've put a Pro Circuit silencer on, so this thing is going to bark like a KX250, yet handle and have the torque and suspension of a KDX.
It's like a KDX200 only stepped
Didn't
up
Jeff
to
Fredette win a bunch of nationals on these things?
Fredette's a KDX guy. So
this was capable of winning nationals, and it's a 91. It's a 91, but you know it doesn't look
91 through 93.
It doesn't look obsolete. Just like the lines were timeless on that bike, and the colors on point. Beautiful piece.
Comes factory with the case guards and the ignition cover guards and all that, so you're not bashing around rocks and all that. Nice bike. You can hop on it. You can do a beginner ride. You can do a race. It'll do everything.
Were these ever street legal? I guess in some states you might be able to.
Not in this country. In Australia, they used to come with dual sport kits
Yeah.
and all that already installed. But in this country, no. There's too many rules.
Very cool piece. So ultimate enduro machines. Even got a headlight on it. So, guys, stay tuned. This week you're gonna get to see me goon ride all these at the museum. So. I'll have a Goonie helmet to match each one. So, and now this over here, this thing had me at hello too. This is a HL500 replica. Tell us a little about this monstrosity.
This is as close as you can get to an HL500 using the stock frame. So it's a stock 1978 TT500 frame.
Yamaha.
And then it has a specially modified 1976 YZ125 tank, the metal tank, and then it has worse performance. Freshly rebuilt shocks,
Wow.
White Brothers banana swing arm.
Wow. Cool
Oversized
piece.
exhaust, has a PVL ignition,
Wow.
has a 540cc big bore kit with high performance cam,
Wow.
1979 YZ400 forks. So
Wow.
pretty much everything's been done to this that can be done to a stock
So
GT.
this would be on the same level as an HL500 performance-wise, maybe even better with the big bore kit, right?
Everything other than the handling isn't going to be quite as crisp, as sharp as the HLs, because what they did with the HLs was they brought in the steering angle and made it handle a little better and had a little bit longer travel. But this is as close as you can get using the stock frame. You know, if you want to spend $2,500 on a aftermarket frame and then put all these parts onto it, you can do that. But
It's a very cool looking piece. What are your thoughts, Carl?
I'm really hoping that maybe I get to take a ride on this 540 cc's. This thing is truly a thumper. Okay, cammed. Okay, it's just they did a fantastic job. This is kind of like a Jesse James job. They widened the tunnel on this YZ125 tank, and
Explain what that is, because average, maybe not everybody understands it. That's why that's such a big deal. What does that mean?
well, to me, it just means that there was a lot of workmanship put in it. The tank actually looks. It just looks beautiful. Okay?
It looks original,
and,
but it was
and
highly
another thing,
modified.
this machine's got oil on the frame, and that's why the tank had to be modified to fit over the top tube of the frame. But you know what? It looks beautiful. It really does.
It's well done. It's got that kind of work.
done.
If you had to hire a shop, like if you called up our shop or any metal shop and said, "Listen, I've got a YZ125 tank. I want you to widen the tunnel on it 3 inches, do all the metal work, and then make these special indents on the side for the forks." It's going
to cost you $500 just to buy the stock tank, and then you're going to pay somebody at least another $500 to do the modifications, and then you have to pay them to paint it, decal, and get it all ready. You're into it for $1,000 at least just to do the tank.
If you could even find anybody, first you got to find the tank, and then you got to find someone who can do it.
Right.
Our dent wizard would charge that much just to take dents out of a tank, let alone carve it up like that. So wow. And this has got the overside carbon. You mentioned it's a custom air box too. A lot of people would put just a slip-on filter. This has a custom air box with a K&N filter in it, so it's going to stay nice and clean. And the only reason it doesn't have side covers on it is I guess you took them off and gave them to one of your buddies or something?
I think I included it with a sale of another bike. And
Yeah.
The side covers are cheap. They're just standard plastic. There's nothing special about them. But if I come across them, they're all yours. But
You know, I'm really excited about these bikes. I'm really looking forward to riding them, actually, more than anything, because these are all kick-ass bikes. A 540 big bore thumper with a huge carb and an oversized massive exhaust. You got the KDX250, the big bore, and the Mugen. I mean, what's not to be excited about? And then it gets better, folks. If you guys know me, you know I am the CR500. I'm a sucker for a CR500, and this is a project that Daryl is turning over to us.
I'm gonna kick myself for that, but
Partially completed. Look at this. It's a 92 CR500 frame, freshly powder coated, and the frame's in mint shape. And then the bottom's not key. The bottom's like brand new on it. Super nice. And then you've got a nice set of triple clamps. And then what is this here?
that's a custom set of handlebar mounts for a Scott's steering stabilizer. So welded on, the tower's on here, and the damper just bolts right on. So it'll keep things under control at triple digit speeds.
That's a Scott's Gold, right? You said?
Yep, it's Scott's Gold damper.
That's the only
right
one
on.
that doesn't have the return dampening, so you don't get arm
They
pump,
have
right?
a street version which damps in both directions, but the dirt version only damps away from center, so you can bring it back, and so you don't get arm pump in the woods or anything like that.
And this piece here, describe this. This is the
Aluminum subframe.
AC Racing aluminum subframe. Goes for about $350. It saves weight, but the stock ones end up collecting water down in here and rotting out because they're steel. So this eliminates that problem and saves you a little weight in the process.
You know, if this works out, maybe I'll put that on Junior's CR500. You know, if they for his '89, the one we're building for him.
I wouldn't show it to him just yet.
He'll be all over that like white on rice. That's funny. Apparently, Junior was pinging Daryl this morning, trying to swoop in and buy these bikes, but Pops got here first. So
that's an OEM 1995 CR500 seat.
Jesus,
which,
that's beautiful.
Are not easy to come by, especially with the factory cover and all that on there.
That's really nice. That'd be a shame to do anything but put that on a 95,
I
right?
would have to do 95 graphics on the bike.
That's what you're thinking of doing?
Yeah,
That's part of the plan.
Just gonna make it OEM.
And then in the box, we've got factory connection suspension. These are the stock, mint original stock shower forks that were sent out and totally rebuilt. What exactly did they do with those?
shock.
And
So
the shock, matching shock. This is like Christmas for me because you know I'm a
They fully
CR500
rebuilt
guy.
and put all new seals, all new bushings, all new bottom-out bumpers, new springs. It's set up for my weight, 200-pound rider. And
I'd have to lose a few pounds, but
basically
I don't.
bolt it on and go, so it's gonna just, you don't have to touch it. It's already ready already.
I could probably ride with that. If it's 200 pounds and 220, it'd be about the same, right?
I would check the spring rate. It probably has a range. It'll probably bring you up to 220 at least.
And then you got the factory
I
connection
usually lie
forks.
about my weight and age when I tell them.
The older we get, the faster we were, right? No doubt about it. That's beautiful. So
that was $1,200 just to get all the suspension redone on the thing.
that's never even been mounted on the bike yet.
no,
It's
I've
still
sitting
brand
in the
new.
box since I got it back from factory.
How cool is that? Awesome.
Now I got a brand new OEM sized
Clark tank.
Clark replica tank.
Yep,
So
very nice.
You'll have a nice fresh white tank to go with.
You know, I just did a aluminum tank. My buddy Johnny Letty from the UK did a twin tunnel ran there.
Yeah.
And it is just badass. And
That was my next option if I won the lottery, but for now the Clark tank is nice. It's nice that they offer the OEM size, so you don't have to get a big desert tank.
to be perfectly honest with you, we have no idea how much money we put in the Junior's bike. I can tell you that Billy spent 30 hours polishing the cylinder and the head on it, and then he polished the swing arm, the aluminum tank, and the triple clamps. He's probably got 45 hours just in polishing the aluminum, and the tank was very expensive, but Johnny gave me a really good deal on the tank. It was about $1,000 with the twin ram air on it. It shipped it from the UK. So, but this will look fresh with the white tank and the white frame.
Yeah, I was going for the OEM look. I just like the factory. If you can't do a racer replica, it's nice to just have it look like it rolled off the showroom floor. So
stay tuned. Daryl's going to deliver the rest of this. We'll set up a lift and we'll start doing a build on this. I'll keep you posted. Daryl and I both agreed it should have gold rims, gold chain, probably powder coat the hubs a bronze color. Not sure on the plastic and graphics or whether this will be another Kaplan America edition CR500.
Mm-hmm.
I might go that route with the white frame. That kind of works. You do a red, white, and blue. I'm not really sure. If I did, I would put that on the shelf and save it for the right bike and just put an aftermarket seat on it. So
don't recover that.
But those other bikes aren't for sale. But check that thing out. That looks like it belongs in a magazine. That is a beautiful piece.
Work in process, but
What year is that one?
it's 1989 RMX 250, the first year of the RMX.
I'm looking at it on my screen, and look at the colors of this thing on the screen. It just pops.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bike.
It's
Kind of doing a Randy Hawkins Enduro replica. So
Have you ridden that one yet?
I have. I've ridden it a few times and raced it once, and it's fast.
It's basically an RM250 setup for off-road, right?
Yeah, once you take all the restrictions off from the factory, it rips like an RM. Yeah.
John Dowd took out a vintage RM250 he had sitting in his shed behind his house. I don't know what year it was.
Yeah, it was the early '90s, I think.
And
it was,
he
wasn't it?
waxed the pro class at Southwick, not last year, the year before, just off the couch. And it was probably had some factory motor stuff on it, but those arms are nasty. And at the wick with the right rider like him on it, those things are fast, straight up fast. So for the woods, it might be a little overkill. It's probably detuned a little bit for the woods, right?
Yeah, it's restricted from the factory, but you can, guys like Guy Cooper used to race these things. You can basically turn it into an RM. The RM cylinder and head and all that kind of modifications, the pipes and all that stuff built on it. So it's
Beautiful piece.
I have an aluminum tank for this one too. I might put on.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they made them for these.
I don't know who made it, but I have it.
That would look bitchin' with the chrome pipe.
Yeah.
That's almost too nice to ride in the woods, though. You need to drop that off in the museum and leave it with us for a few months.
I agree.
Bring it to the Racers Reunion. We'll put it. We're looking for anybody who's listening. We're looking for some cool, unique bikes to put on the first floor for the Racers Reunion. I would say this would qualify for it if you want to bring it down on the November 23rd, 3 weeks from today.
I might have a few.
If you got something even better than this, bring it up. We're looking for a couple nice bikes.
A C&J framed XR500 that's it's off the charts. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, bring that one. We'll put it right front and center.
Yeah.
And then over here, he's got a Baja Special XR650R, 65 rear wheel horse, HRC kitted monstrosity.
Apologies for my filthy garage, but that's what it is right now.
All these guys see is dirt bikes. They don't see any filthy garage. So, yeah, that's a cool piece. That's your personal
it's gonna be
Hellion machine.
It's gonna be my new dual sport bike. Just it's plated, so I can legally take it on the road and all that if I want to take it down to Mexico.
That is a cool piece. And you got to have a big foot to start that thing, huh?
It starts pretty easily though. Surprisingly, if it kicks back, it'd probably break my leg. But
Can I be first on the list to buy that if you ever decide to sell it?
You'd be second at the moment. I already have a couple people
Uh-oh.
on it, but
All right.
yeah, they're
Well, I'll swoop in like an eagle. Don't give me their name or they might mysteriously disappear.
they're not the most common bike around here.
Yeah,
so
no,
tough to
it's
find.
something that's on my bucket list to get one of those. I have the 650L, but that's really not really as much of an off-road machine as this thing is. This is
with a liquid cooling, aluminum frame, and all that. This thing is it would destroy an L in a race. So.
It's a different animal.
Yep.
Then you got a 400 XCW and another.
That's my
sweet
enduro bike, and then
RM125.
the RM125 will be the project bike that's got the '98 RM250 conventional forks on it.
So I guess to wrap it up. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
How's it going?
I guess so.
So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bikes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were originally asking 20,000. Would 17.5 is that in the ballpark?
If you take it out of my garage right now, you've got a deal.
You got a deal, brother. I'll take them gladly.
All right.
So
That way you can pull a car in here for the winter at least.
there you go. Oh, you're not pulling that van in there. I know that.
Can't even pull that in for an oil change. I think it's too tall.
So the CR parts, if you want to drop those off during the week, 'cause I know the dogs are in there and the wife I just got home. So if you want to drop those
I'll
off,
make it
that'll be fine.
I'll make it happen.
Stay tuned, guys. It's a done deal. We're bringing all these home with us today, and we're going to do a frame off on this KX250. He's got a new frame for it that's going to be powder coated. We're going to make a really cool piece out of this. The CR will get built. Of course, the 500 is pretty close, and as well as the KDX250, the 360X, and of course the Mugen. So we got some great bikes coming your way, guys. Stay tuned, and as always, God bless America.
I don't know if I should have.
That's a